Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to Metroid Part 5. We're in Ridley's lair now, second of the space pirate generals we need to take out before we can face Mother Brain, the leader. Right, Ridley is quite the thing. He needs some backstory. And with that also, we're going to cut into Samus's past. Because Ridley and Samus are old acquaintances of each other. Samus is actually an orphan. Because she was living on an off-world planet, which was not Earth. Because obviously this is in the future, so other planets are colonized. She and her family were living on a colonized planet, which was once attacked by these very same space pirates we're trying to take out here on Zebes. And the entire population of that planet was killed by the pirates, including Samus's parents. She was the sole survivor. This attack was led by Ridley, the highest captain of the space pirates, and her parents were murdered personally by this Ridley. So they have history. This is also the reason why Samus has become what she is now, because once the planet was destroyed, all its inhabitants killed, the Chosos, one we've known from the statues, who has been giving the items we've been gathering around this planet, are the ones who came to investigate, because they noticed, hey, something happened there, and they found Samus all alone, no parents. She was still a very young child back then, obviously, and they adopted her. They couldn't leave her be, so they took her in. And they raised her as a Choso, trained her as a Choso. Come on, that's not fair. Even injecting them with their DNA, making it possible to use their technology. Because the suit that we are using right now, the power suit, which is the Varia suit right now, but anyway, the suit Samus has been using is a Choso suit. It can only be used by the Choso, and she is part Choso nowadays, since she was injected with their DNA. So she can use all the technology. And she has used this training and the access to the highly advanced Choso technology to make the universe a safer place, and even making it personal. Finding the one who killed her parents and get revenge. Mostly Ridley. And also the one he was working for. Because he's the highest general of the space pirates, but he's not the leader, he's the second in command. Mother Brain is the one pulling the strings. Samus on a mission, not just to save the universe, but also to save herself. Cool little backstory. That's not something NES games in this time used to have. It's pretty awesome, actually, to have such a cool little backstory to a character. That was what I was looking for. Because this room is mean. Tries to trick you. Because as you can see, that wall is too high to jump over. You can't jump over it. But halfway in the room there is a little block you can blow up to make sure you're still getting through this room. Alright, this energy tank is tempting, but it's a trap. It's a real energy tank, that's not the problem, but there are some fake blocks in front of it, and I keep forgetting how far they go. I believe it's 4 blocks, so I need to jump here. No, too early. You fall down if you do that, but there's not really that much of a problem, because you can go around and get it still. Major slowdown in this room because there's way too many enemies here. I need to restock on my missiles a little bit. I'm not sure I have enough. Well, I'm pretty sure I have enough. I think I'm gonna use 63 on Ridley. But even if you do not have any missiles, they're the recommended way of killing these bosses, but they're not the only thing you can use. I keep falling down. I'm even further down. I'm not really liking this. The energy tank is not really required because, as you can see, we have 6 energy tanks. I thought it was 5 at first, but it's 6 apparently. That's the maximum number of energy tanks you can carry. There's 2 more. The one we've already seen, this one I was trying to get but failed on getting. Which I'm also not getting back to. Because once again, it's not required. It's just a heal. If you grab an energy tank when you're already at 6, then it will count as a full heal. You might say you need to grab it to get 100% items, but this game is the only Metroid game that does not count how many items you have. Other Metroids do. They all have a special ending and even an ending screen for how many of the items you got, how many percent you cleared the game. This game does not, so you do not have to do that. So I usually, if I fail on getting them, skip out on the items that are a waste, like the energy tanks I can't carry. This being one of them, because it's obviously not the first time I fall. It is possible to get that energy tank from that angle, because it's a 4-block gap, I believe. Apparently it's 3. So I had to walk 1 space further. Then I would have been able to make that jump. But like I said, that would have done nothing. It would have only healed me a little bit because I was near full health. This is not really helping. Trying to get energy orb and get hit immediately after it, making it useless. Go away. Arrgh. Just eat the damage. It's a waste of time getting these idiots out of the way. Alright. We're at the bottom right now, I think. Might as well just go face Ridley immediately. If I hadn't fallen off, I would have had a different route, but I would have come from the top here by now. But I'm going to do that on the way back now. I think it's a waste of time doing it the other way. Making my way back now towards the room where I first fell. No, that's not true. Not yet, anyway. Ah, come on. Just screw attack these guys. Ow. Okay, almost at full health again, so Ridley shouldn't be a problem, because the same rules apply to Ridley as they did with Crate. You can just eat the damage he does and keep firing at him. And if you do it correctly, he'll die before you die. Alright. This is a room that looks like the room where we almost fell, but it's not the same one. This one's more east. You can get here by using the room, which is the room where we fell, and then going through the right door. I went to the left, first trying to get back up, even though I fell down further. Not really a success, but if you went through the right door, then you would have come to this room. Taking the bottom left door is the path towards Ridley. Doing him right now, since I'm in the neighborhood. And here he is, Ridley. The dragon that killed my parents, and you die now for it. Same rule as Crate, just spam missiles. Don't worry about the damage. There's an energy tank, just like with Crate, which you can use to heal. And he's already dead. Yeah, the bosses in this game are really easy. That's something you can blame for the first Metroid. Because in other Metroids all these bosses are a lot tougher. And Ridley becomes way more threatening and Ridley becomes way more cool. Because in this game he's kind of a pushover and he doesn't look like the real Ridley people might know nowadays. Right, this room. There's a couple of invisible blocks here. There's one here. First I want to get rid of you. I don't really have to because this energy tank is here to heal. Once again, not really needed because as you can see it does nothing, it just heals us. There's no 7th block appearing, giving us more energy. Just pointing out it's here, you can use it to heal if Ridley hurts you too much. How dare you? Right. Both of the bosses taken care of now, meaning that the path to Mother Brain and Torian, the place where the Metroids are kept, that's the whole reason we're here. Stopping the Space Prize of using these very, very dangerous creatures to wreak havoc in the universe. However, it was blocked by a life force door, which forces us to kill her highest generals first. But since that's taken care of now, we can go there. However, we're not entirely done with the collectibles. There's a couple of collectibles still left which we can use. Because unlike the energy tanks, where there's a maximum number of what you can keep, namely 6, of the 8 in the game, this does not apply to missiles. All the missile expansions in the game do actually count towards your total. 255. Another one we got from defeating Ridley, because as you can see our max number of missiles took another quite big jump. Okay, we're going back the way we came in. Normally this would have been the first time we've seen this room, however I was forced to go here earlier because I was stupid enough to fail. Twice even. Not really that much of an issue, because the paths all connect to each other, even the ones on the lower path. There's still a route to take. Okay, we're in the rightmost shaft again. This time we're taking it further up. This is the way we should have been gotten from. Right, this room has the next expansion we want. Normally I would already have it. But unlike normally, I fell. So we're here now, on the way back. That's the reason I did Ridley first, because otherwise I would have come up here and had to go down again. Unless this path is blocked, which it is. Damn it. Why can't I remember where the dead ends are? I knew this corridor had the missile expansion, but I didn't know that you could only access it from the left side. Well, we know now. Going back to the shaft. Going back up even further. Yeah, I'm not scared of you. You barely hurt. Okay, this room will take us back to the elevator, which you can use to get back out. However, I still have upgrades to get. The elevator is right here. So you can use this as a reference point of where we are. Right now I'm going to get that final 2 expansion, so I'll see you when I get to the energy tank room. There we go. I thought since we were here I might as well try it again. This time we do want to fall. Taking this door, getting to that left side of the room we saw earlier. Die. I hate these low side hoppers because they can't be easily screw attacked, forcing you to shoot them. Right. This room. This is where things get annoying. If you miss this jump, you have to go all the way around. Which of course happens to me. As you can see, you are right here. This is the same corridor that takes you to Ridley. The door to the left is Ridley. This is where you end up. I'll see you back up there. Got it. Yes, I did fall down a second time. Hate that part. That's why I was really hoping you were able to get there from the right side of this room. Oh, stupid invisible blocks again. Nintendo, you're not funny. And we get our final missile expansion and final expansion in general. Now we need to go back. There's still one more thing we need to do, because like I said, this is the final thing in the game. We have all energy tanks, even though we're unable to carry 2 of them. We have all missile expansions. We're not full on missiles, but if we were, 255 would be our maximum right now. We have all the suit upgrades. Except for one, even though we did get it earlier. We still need the ice beam back again. And there's a very good reason for that. At the end of the game, Turian, the laboratory where the Metroids are being processed, and Mother Brain is, the leader of this whole operation, requires the ice beam. It's not a possibility to do it without it. You can go in there with the wave beam, however you will not be able to get very far because of the Metroids. The Metroids are, like I said earlier, you need to fear them because they're scary as hell with their energy sucking capabilities. And they are basically invulnerable to almost any form of attack except for one. Metroids, as powerful as they are, they do have a weakness, and it's extreme cold. Metroids can easily be frozen. And that's something you need to use in order to defeat them. You cannot defeat Metroids any other way than with ice, or extreme cold in general. And of course I fall again. See you back up. Yeah, don't let anybody ever say to you that this is an easy game, because it's not. And again I almost fell. This is a very hard room to get past. If it isn't obvious, Ridley's lair is the hardest level in the game. It's very easy to fall here, and falling is very heavily penalized, because as you could see, getting up to some of these places requires some very large backtracking. These enemies are very annoying. Well, I finally got up here. Took me like 1.5 hours, I think. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was ranting about Metroids and their weakness. Metroids are only defeated by cold. Therefore, meaning that the only way to defeat them is with the ice beam. Like I said before, the ice beam, if you replace it with the wave beam, it does respawn. So, the place where we got the ice beam last time, it has respawned there. So we need to get back there. We could also grab the other one that is Norfair, because like I said, the ice beam is for some reason in this game twice. I would understand if you grab the ice beam, grab the wave beam after that, and then you would have been forced to get the second one, then I can understand. However, the first one also respawns if you get the wave beam. Getting the wave beam resets the ice beam you got earlier. Therefore, the wave beam and the ice beam are technically items that do not count towards your 100%. Because for the wave beam, the same rules apply. If you grab the ice beam, either of the ice beams, even if you've gotten one earlier, the wave beam will reset in its place again. Apparently you can't make that jump. Now we can. You can also use the blocks on the side here, but just use the platforms in the middle. Even if you break them, just wait till they respawn. Go away. Right, taking the long route back to Brinstar, because like I said in the first part, there actually is... I'm trying to say, in Brinstar is actually where the Path to Torian is. It is quite close to the beginning actually. It's on the top of the blue shaft. In Brinstar. One of the first places you visit in the game. Damn it. There we go. Might as well keep you in all the way. Because we're almost done already. We've gotten all the upgrades, we've defeated all the bosses. It's just a straight run towards Mother Brain right now. Can't make anything more out of it. Yeah, it's an NES game, what do you expect? The games weren't that long back then, even this one. Even though this one is considered one of the longer games of that period.